Hi Charlie,
Hi,
how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine too.
That's really good.
It's really important too.
I like your New Jersey sweatshirt a lot. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, well, I didn't put it on purpose. So when I researched the interview this morning, I thought, hey, what a coincidence!
What a coincidence!
What a coincidence!
Yeah.
You were raised in Rumson.
I was.
To pick your. What was it like? What was it like over there?
So Rumson is a really quaint town, like of 7,000 people, where doing music isn't exactly what everybody does. So I was always looked at as kind of like the black sheep, but like the cool black sheep. Like, oh, maybe, I wonder what he'll do. He's not going into the stock market. So it was always interesting growing up around a bunch of stock market and football players.
But I think it's also the region, I mean the neighborhood where John Bon Jovi and Bruce Springsteen come from, right?
Yeah. My neighbors.
Huh?
My neighbors, yeah.
And neighbors meaning?
Like right next door.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you like their music when you grew up?
Yes, I love Bon Jovi, but I really love Bruce. I grew up listening to so much Bruce Springsteen, so and to find out that is it right to say I had a #1 before he had a #1? It doesn't seem right. He has such a cult following and such a fan base that I would love to have a fan base like Bruce one day.
Yeah.
So it's just wild to me. I think I actually have met him. My mom introduced me a couple times because he's friends with everybody in the town. I'd love to talk to him one day though.
What is for you, what do you like about his music or maybe his songwriting or his lyrics? Is it something that you...
It's so simple. You know what's funny? When I was making Marvin Gaye, my single out now, I was actually thinking, how do I make a song that everybody can sing along every part to, like not just the lyrics, like the piano part, like because when you go to a Bruce Springsteen concert, I don't know if you've ever been, but like you have, it's you're like of course. It's like they sing along to the piano part, like da 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 ba ba ba. The whole 50,000 people going oh. It's like, how do I make a song where they sing along to his lyrics as well as like the instrumentation, and that's how the song has to be really simple. That's the bottom line. And I was thinking of Hungry Heart, which is a Bruce Springsteen record. Everybody wants a hungry heart. And I was like, something simple like that. Let's Marvin Gaye and get it on. And then like everybody can sing along to that. So that's kind of, I didn't copy Bruce Springsteen, but I just like had his vibe in mind, like how to make the simplest song that people can sing along to.
And lyric-wise, do you also, because he is, people really also like his storytelling and his lyric, is it something that you also, draw from?
Absolutely. Like Racing in the Street by Bruce is like what's funny, one of the lyrics is me and my partner Sonny built it straight out of scratch. My dad actually he says he actually knew Sonny, so that's even crazier that he like knew somebody in the lyrics that he was singing about. It's just brilliant storytelling. It's not forced at all. But it's also really conversational at the same time, which is why everybody can relate to it. It's wild. I want to, again, that fan base, I want to have a fan base like Bruce's fan base. It's wild.
You said Bruce Springsteen, but you wrote a song called
Marvin Gaye.
And, soul is obviously, when you listen to your EP, soul is a big influence on you. Where does that come from? That soul influence, when did it start?
It started when my dad played Isley Brothers and Luther Vandross and Teddy Pendergrass and all these great R&B legends, and my mom would play the Carpenters and James Taylor. Actually, my mom and dad both played me James Taylor, but I think my mom played him for me first rather. And so I got this great mixture of R&B soul with Americana meshed together. So I had a jazz background too, so I was always so interested in the jazz influences in R&B music.
How come you have a jazz?
Because of piano. I learned piano when my mom taught me when I was 4, and then I went on and did lessons, and then jazz just happened to be the first thing that I learned. And then I went to Manhattan School of Music, and then to Berklee College of Music, got a jazz and classical degree, then moved to LA and did pop music.
No, but how come the jazz? Because when you're young, I think jazz might seem a little bit odd because, well, youngsters mostly listen to pop.
I was listening to pop too at the same time though. So
what did attract you in jazz when you were young?
It's just fun to play. I didn't like listening to it as much as pop music, which is why I always got in trouble in my classes. I would always, they would always be like, okay, we're gonna play this John Coltrane, we're gonna play Moment's Notice now. And I would be like, why don't we do like a rendition of Nelly's song, Grills. This was like in 2005. Why don't we do like a jazz rendition of Grills? And he was like, get out of my class right now. I always wanted to take pop music and infuse it with, and R&B music and infuse it with jazz. It's just fun. It's fun to play, and not a lot of people did it, especially at Manhattan School of Music. But I don't know if it was like super appreciated. So I was like, all right, so I'll go to Berklee, where something like that could happen. And my wanting to do that turned into me making and writing pop music with just a little bit of jazz and R&B thrown in there. And that's how my sound developed.
Yeah. And music-wise, how do you include the jazz part in the pop? Can you explain?
So, I'm just trying to. So in Marvin Gaye, for instance, since that's the song to talk about right now, the chords are super simple, but if you listen really closely, I think the instrumental leaked online somewhere on YouTube. Yeah. If you listen to just the chords that I'm playing on the piano, it starts off with E major, and this is for all the music heads out there. It starts off with like E major, but then second chord is C sharp minor 7 with an added 9th and a sharp 11th or whatever. It's just like, it's not typical pop chords. It becomes really lush and rich chords that Luther Vandross used to put in his music, and that Marvin Gaye used to put in his music too. So it's not so, and when you compare it to other pop records, it doesn't sound the same. So.
And what do you appreciate in Marvin Gaye? Because you wrote a song about him and you used lyrics and intertwined them in the song. What makes him so good?
So my mom would always play Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell in the car, so that's how I learned about Marvin Gaye's music. And I was just always so obsessed with how his message, that lyrically that he would write about, would just easily be conveyed to so many people, and you would hear like what's going on and Mercy Mercy Me and heard it through the grapevine and just know exactly what it meant right away. It would just hit you right away. You didn't need to listen to it like 3 times to understand it. So when I made Marvin Gaye, I never intended to copy Marvin Gaye, but because it doesn't sound in any way like Marvin Gaye's music at all. It's just I wanted to evoke that sexual, like, tension kind of thing that he would do in his music too.